Mad scientists are back at it again, making our lives easier,
That was easy.
more inclusive, and setting the bar high for technological breakthroughs in 2019. Will built-in batteries for our devices soon become obsolete? If all goes well, let's hope so. Will Wi-Fi power our world of the future? Before we begin, what is Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi is what allows devices to connect to the internet, or to interact with each other wirelessly. But that isn't all that helpful here. So what is Wi-Fi made of? Wi-Fi makes use of radio waves, which is a type of electromagnetic radiation that travels at the speed of light in a vacuum. Do you want to play around with some radio waves? Well, I hope you're ready for some rad words, cause here's some fun on the phone you can have at your home.
Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby.
If you're like any early 2000s kid, you probably had a radio at some point. This is a little dangerous, so I hope you can handle it. I'm about to ask you to exercise. If you care to participate, this is where you should get your radio. I should still be here when you get back, assuming the YouTube servers don't. Plug in, turn on, and let your favorite station be heard. My preference is 96.9 because, I mean, what else even is there? Simply crank the volume to a responsible level and hover your phone next to the radio. If your ears are taking their job seriously, you may have noticed a slight crackling. Have a listen.
Late 80s. And now, I love a brand. I don't necessarily, unless you're driving.
Alright, so what magic is mucking around my mediocre music box? Well, my phone is generating electricity. The electricity emits radio waves that interfere with the radio. Frequency is the rate of electromagnetic waves produced per second, and FM radio stations broadcast at a frequency between 88 and 108 megahertz. What does that mean? What are megahertz? Megahertz are how many millions of cycles per second a transmitter is broadcasting at. If the station I want to listen to is giving out a signal at 108 million cycles per second, I would tune my radio to 108 FM. Before we go any further, what is the electromagnetic spectrum, and where is it in relevance to the visible spectrum? Well, I'm assuming you're already aware that humans can only see wavelengths between the range of 380 nanometers to 700 nanometers. The wavelength tells us the distance from crest to crest of the wave-like photon streams arriving from the sun, and humans have evolved to see a narrow slice of the wavelengths from its ongoing electromagnetic radiation. This is also known as the visible light spectrum. So where are all the radio waves? Why can't I see them? I'm sorry to inform you that radio waves are far too large for the slim sight we possess. Radio waves typically land between the lengths of 1 billion nanometers to 100 billion nanometers, which is just about 330 feet or just over 100 meters. Fun fact, lightning creates radio waves. Heat is a part of the electromagnetic spectrum, and according to the National Weather Service, lightning often reaches over 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit or over 27,000 degrees Celsius. Alright, enough backstory. I think you've been well briefed. Let's take a look at a recent breakthrough by researchers at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. There's a unique type of receiving antenna called a rectenna, which is capable of converting AC electromagnetic waves into DC electricity. Whoa, slow down. What is AC? AC stands for alternating current, and the rate at which an alternating current changes direction is expressed in hertz. Let's tackle the other one now. DC. Direct current is an electric charge that only flows in one direction. So how does the rectenna convert alternating current into direct current? Well, there's a bit of AC-DC conversion tech known as a rectifier, which uses a process known as rectification to straighten the alternating current into direct current. So, how does this all relate back to Wi-Fi? Well, Wi-Fi uses radio waves, which are electromagnetic waves. The energy from Wi-Fi can be converted into usable electricity with the help of flexible radio wave antennas that can capture electromagnetic waves. This technology is incredible in itself, but it gets so much better. The antenna is connected to a device by a semiconductor made of molybdenum disulfide that's only a few atoms thick. The alternating current makes its way through the semiconductor, which converts it into a direct current, thus eliminating the need for a battery as long as you're within the loving arms of some sweet electromagnetic waves. Not only that, this extremely thin device is also flexible, inexpensive, and easy to onto most surfaces. It's also believed that this tech will be perfect for eco-friendliness, as it could fairly easily cover bridges, highways, or walls.
Nobody builds walls better than me.
Under typical Wi-Fi, the normal power level you can expect to run into lands around 150 microwatts. MIT's electromagnetic wave consumer can make about 40 microwatts out of that, and according to researchers who experimented with the device, is more than enough to power the LEDs of an average phone. So far, the best efficiency rate you can get with this device is about 40%, while some other, hardier, and larger materials can manage over 50%. The trade-off is the rigidity of the material, but no doubt over time the efficiency rate will increase while maintaining non-disruptive as well as flexible properties. An additional benefit to this technology is that the conversion isn't limited to Wi-Fi. You can also utilize the energy from Bluetooth signals, cellular signals, and more. But the geniuses at MIT aren't the only ones to thank for this futuristic tech. MIT also collaborated with the Technical University of Madrid, the Institute for Soldier Nanotechnologies, the Army Research Laboratory, the National Science Foundation Center for Integrated Quantum Materials, and the Air Force Office of Scientific Research. Know that the most powerful tool for learning is interest. Let me know what piques your curiosity. Maybe I'll make a video about it.